Weight management has been hard for me as an adult, partially because I'm hella picky with what I eat. I'd rather order out and I love french fries and pizza and whiskey. If you haven't done it, shut up talking to me about it. It is July 31st, 2025. That means that I am here to recap my month of July. I started the month off doing 20 miles a week on 4 different days and finished the month with doing 27 miles with still 4 different days, but just increased the running length on those days on the weekends. What nobody tells you, or what I didn't know about running long distance, is that your toes get blisters. I was panicking because I didn't think you could get a blister under your toenail. So I get a blister under my right baby toe, and it hurt like hell. It hurt so badly. After popping the blister and relieving it, there was no pain, but I did end up losing the toenail. The funny thing about that is that it didn't hurt either. I would have thought a nail coming off would have been painful, but it's also not like it wasn't like a traumatic pain loss or whatever. I think that the blister probably caused just the top surface layers or whatever, or the quote unquote the dead nail to separate from the new nail. So it's not like there's just exposed skin. I'm giving you way too much information about my toes, but I thought that was interesting because I was like, well, damn, dancers must have up toes. And I had some friends or whatever that were dancers. And granted, yeah, they had some pretty rough feet, but they also did a lot of point. They just said, it came with the territory, but I didn't think running would make my feet look different. Doing some research, I found that it's with my stride. It's basically the way your feet lands in the shoe. So it's not that I'm wearing a too small shoe. My shoe is actually bigger than my normal size to give my foot room. When you go downhill, your feet is going to go towards the front of the shoe. Your toe rubbing against the front, it's going to cause that friction. There's going to be blisters. I ordered a lot from the delivery apps this month. I was not as disciplined as I've been. I drank a lot more. I had a lot more sweets. I wasn't like doing it every night, but I had more days on than I had off. And what really frustrated me was seeing the before and after, or just the progress in my body, because I still saw progress from the 1st through the 31st. But it's the what if I was more disciplined? What would I look like now? My abs would be really popping. My arms probably would be bigger. I would be able to recover from my runs a lot quicker. Like all these things because I'd have more sleep. So I got in bed earlier throughout the month of July, which in turn just pushed up my clock of waking up earlier. And for me, that feels really good. I like getting up before the rest of the world is awake. The sun's up. I'm up. I'm able to do some work all before I get up and I leave the house to go for a run. I didn't enjoy running long distances in the past, but I knew it was because of the excess weight that I was carrying. In high school, I ran track. I wasn't a long distance runner, but over the years, you stop doing something and getting back into it just isn't as easy. And I learned this just because, how my body felt afterwards, but my knees weren't hurting when I would go for a run. I got arch supports for my shoes. I have really flat feet, so I put some arch support in my running shoes. And that took some getting used to. But now my feet feel so natural in them to where my other shoes, I feel funny. On the days that I didn't run, I did HIIT workouts at home, which is, again, high intensity training, higher interval, whatever the hell HIIT stands for. That's what I was doing. I was doing a lot of that with a lot of lateral moves because I want to increase this section here. I want these to get bigger. Same thing with my legs and, the hips and everything. By the end of it all, and I say the end, but it's a lifelong commitment, but I want to look like an action figure. The little toys you played with as a kid, I want to look as close to that as possible that's attainable. I don't want to be down to 4% body fat because that's just not realistic. I'm not going to be able to maintain that. I don't want to be grouchy and limit myself from the things that I enjoy. I just want to look the best that I can for me. I want to like what I see when I look in the mirror. It leads me to something else. I had a shower thought, and it was as you start to make progress, you start to see different changes in your body. You have different favorite body parts. And favorite in the sense that you like to touch you and you admire yourself. I get it now because that little V section right there, oh my goodness. Like before I had a keg. So, I didn't know what that felt like. But now whenever I'm showering, whew, I love washing that area. It's just, I admire that on my body. I know that that's going to look really nice in a bathing suit. I know that's going to make me feel really confident and sexy just in anything. I won't feel shy or confident. I won't feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it. I won't feel the opposite of confident when I raise my arm or whatever and my shirt comes up because it's flat and you can see that little V section. Like I'm insecure. I won't be insecure about that. It's not about anyone else's opinion or anyone else's views or validating me. It's I wanted this for so long. I started working out when I was 22, 23, and I was just a little skinny twig. Like, I mean, I was called bird chest because I was flat. Like, I had no definition to me at all. I'd go to the gym and I'd see results in like 2 weeks. I got so set into oh, it's so easy to do. Fine, whatever. My metabolism and everything was higher back then, but I didn't stick to it. So if I would have stuck to it and really got serious and did my research and not just threw money at supplements that everybody was saying, oh, you need to have a protein, you need to have a creatine, you need to have a this, but not understanding the science behind it and why your body needs these things. And me finding the two things that I do need that work for my body, and that being a recovery aid, like amino acids, and having a pre-workout. Sometimes, actually, I take that back. 3 things, but it's two, sometimes 3. But my pre-workout isn't really a necessity. It's not really a necessity because I'm getting a lot more rest. So it's just a recovery, and it's a protein shake afterwards. In my protein shake, I'll add some creatine. But when I'm not ordering, I eat a lot. I eat a lot more cleaner. Damn it, I forgot where I was going with that. So we're just gonna go to the next thing. I also didn't allow myself a treat or a cheat treat this month because, again, I don't feel like I withstained from anything enough to reward myself with anything extra. Trying to do the trade-off of, all right, well, if I'm not going to drink, then I have to have some type of sweet at night. And so I understand that it's not even my body craving the alcohol, it's the sugar from the alcohol. Because for me, I don't have to have both, but they are interchangeable. So if I don't have a drink, then I'm probably going to want a Reese's before bed. And that Reese's is like, I wish they had a medium size. I don't necessarily need 4 peanut butter cups, but if you gave me 3, that would be just the perfect amount. And so it's a lot of the questioning of keeping in mind moderation, understanding that it's a marathon and not a race. You set the deadline, you set the target. And as long as I'm still seeing progress, I'm not going to really be too hard on myself. I just know that I do have to get disciplined in certain areas, going to bed earlier. But I have so many different thoughts and ideas that come to my mind. Like even now I'm doing this video talking to you. And I also have another video that I'm rendering right now while I'm recording this one that I've been working on for about a month now. And I get so in my way in my own head and everything. And I'm saying all this to say that not really having the division of spaces for myself working from home, I always feel as though that I could be working. So if we're not doing something together, my husband and I, then I'm in my workspace working because it feels like let's be productive. And productive to me these days isn't just being busy and doing busy work. It's about focusing when you have the time and the energy to focus. So I'm telling you all this, and this is a fitness channel, but I say all that to say that even with everything that's on my mind and that I'm doing in my personal and work life, I still have to find time for my fitness. Now, the goal is for me to make more meals that I enjoy. I enjoy the foods that I eat. However, there's something in me that just goes, I cooked my first 2 meals. My third one, let's just order something. I find myself ordering the same things that I cook. So sometimes I'll make a burger, but I'll also order a burger. And it's like, my burger is so much better, but I just don't feel like making one at the moment. Or I just like McDonald's fries, so I'll order there. So for the month of August, I'm casting this out there. For the month of August, I want to cook more. I want to have less pastries and cakes and cookies and reserve that for the end of the month where I have a really nice, let's see, maybe we'll say Magnolia Bakery, a cupcake from Magnolia Bakery. So we're going to go get a cupcake if we do this month. And I'll take you along with me and we'll get to pick it out and do all that stuff. But I think that's it now. So I'm going to get ready for this run. I'm going to continue to hydrate myself and go put on some sunscreen and get out there and go run, do my 5 miles a day. If you haven't done so, do something that makes you happy. Find your lane. Find a workout that works for you. That's the only way that you're going to continue with anything is that if you're having fun with it. And when you stop having fun with it, find a way to switch it up. If you dance, try a different dance style. I come back month to month with what I've learned, what I'm trying to do, what I'm experiencing, just to kind of give you a glimpse into another real world example. I'm not a fitness influencer. I don't get paid to just work out. I have to do other things throughout the day. And so this is me sharing the journey, you getting to see the progress along the way. My earlier fitness videos was me doing workouts, and I thought that the audience would want to see or would appreciate seeing somebody lose the weight in real time. But I understand that human nature just works as, if you haven't done it, shut up talking to me about it. And so until I look like I belong on the cover of a fitness magazine, I'm not really going to focus so much on doing workouts with you. I'll just share some of what I do. And if you want those, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna lace up and go for a run. You get after the day and you have a good one. I'll see you next time. This has been Fit After 40. Peace.